Hello there, YouTube. Okay, this is a rant about rednecks. Okay, if you are a redneck, you should probably stop this video right now because you're about to get extremely offended. Okay, one thing that bothers me, trust me, there are many, how they think they're better than city people. I know all of you guys are gonna think, oh, well, city people think they're better than country people and stuff like that. Well, you do the same thing. You guys are hypocrites. And I once posted on Facebook how I hated rednecks because I saw this other post that was saying, what's the difference between a city girl and a country girl? Country girls are way prettier. And I was like, just because you have dried up cow shit all over your shoes and you chew tobacco and you have a stupid ass accent that sounds like this, let's kick up some cows, does not make you any prettier than anyone else. Every girl is beautiful, no matter where they're from. And another thing, their way of life. They are so, narrow-minded. They don't accept diversity. They don't accept different religions. They don't accept different sexualities. They don't accept other races. And they're very, very, very sexist. Anyways, they just, and another thing, like Duck Dynasty. I mean, seriously, all my friends, like, about a year ago were like, oh, Duck Dynasty is so cool. I'm like, well, what is it? And they're like, it's just a show about, rednecks. I'm like, oh, okay. So I looked at it, and I watched one episode, and that was, like, a big, big, big waste of my time. Because this lady, I don't know who it was, I don't remember, she put deer piss all over herself and called it, oh, it was an accident. That wasn't an accident, you dumb fuck. That's deer piss. How can you mistaken that for perfume? And what's his name? Phil? Phil, isn't he, like, against gay rights and stuff? Just stuff like that. I mean, I don't really think it's fair to other people because redneck, their way of life, it has to affect everyone else on earth. Like, they're always saying, like, to city people, you guys gotta change. I mean, you guys don't know anything. Yeah, you're saying, oh, country folk, they don't know anything. Even though, when I first moved to Missouri, I live in Missouri. I grew up in Weeki Wachee, Florida, and I didn't really want to move here, but I didn't really hate rednecks back then. I never really met one. I was like, oh, they seem cool, and I was worried about moving here because, like, I was afraid, there wouldn't be that many artistic people, that many artistic people and stuff. And my mom said, no, there will be a lot more artistic people there than there are in the city. I'm like, oh, okay. So I was sort of okay with us moving here, right? So we moved here, and my mom also guaranteed that they'd be smart, very smart. And I don't think I could have met any more I don't think I could have met any more stupid people than I ever have. Like, they're the stupidest excuse for a human being. And artistic? No. Not at all. Not one bit. And, so I really, really want to move back to the city where, like, on the East Coast and the West Coast, not in the Midwest so much, but, East Coast and West Coast, where, like, diversity is, of course, accepted. Because, like, they realize that everyone's different and no one has to be the exact same. Yeah. And, like, another thing, I mean, camouflage, sure, I guess it's pretty cool, if you like camouflage, that's your thing, but they overuse it. Seriously, like, what is it with, like, about camouflage that's so awesome? Like, oh my god, it's a bunch of different shades of green put together. No fucking way. Oh my god, are you serious? No way! Like, they just get excited, like, over the stupidest things, and, like, they think that everyone has to be, like, patriotic. Like, if you don't support the troops, which, it's your choice whether or not you want to, like, you're automatically shunned. And another thing, like in the Pledge of Allegiance, alright, so I'm like in the country, people are always like, I'm so Christian, and any Satan worshippers try to get, come into our town, we're gonna kick them out and stuff like that. And like Christians, aren't they supposed to accept a lot of people? No, not at all. They say, oh, we're all accepting. No, you do not accept homosexuality. Sometimes you don't even accept other races, and you don't accept, other religion. Like you don't accept it. Like you're like, you know you're not okay with it, and you let the people of that religion know you're not okay with it, even though it's their choice whether what they want to worship or not. And they, sorry, I'm like losing my train of thought. They're they just stress me out a lot because when I was, let's say about 7th grade, sixth, I'm not sure, I can't really remember how long ago it was. I was dubbed, devil worshiper, which I don't worship Satan. Like I don't see there's anything wrong with worshiping Satan. You worship who you worship, but it wasn't that cool because like people would always like bring flashlights to school and like shine them on me for like no reason. Like, oh, you're gonna burn into hell and you're never gonna make it to heaven. Even though I don't even believe in heaven or hell, it still kind of hurts. But another thing, like the Pledge of Allegiance, you know, they say, I hate the pledge, and out here, if you're not patriotic, you're not accepted. So in our schools, as I'm sure a lot of schools in America have to say the pledge every morning, but it's like in the Pledge of Allegiance it says one nation under God. And if you're really a Christian, you're like, oh, I'm so patriotic, I'm so Christian, I'm gonna go to heaven, and you're not. Like, wouldn't you say that all nations were under God, not just America? Like, yeah, go America, America. Stop doing that. Like, America, what the fuck is that even supposed to mean? It's America, North America. And, like, some kids in these schools here in Missouri, like, they feel like North America is the only country on earth and no other country matters. And that's my rant on stupid fucking rednecks. And of course, there are exceptions, so I'm sure most of you rednecks who are probably watching this, are gonna, post some butthurt comments, which I'm ready for. Just, there are exceptions, like, a few of them, like, some of my friends are rednecks, but they don't act anything like it. But the majority of what I witness, this is exactly what it is. And I know I'm being very biased, but it's true.